Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to try this again. I was doing a real good roll, and then my DOG started whining, and so I thought I better stop and start over. And I told him too. I said just when I was on a good roll. Again, my name is Jody. I am from Minnesota. I haven't quite come up with a name for myself other than Journey with Jody under VSG. Something to that effect. You'll find me. Back in June of 2017, I came to a revelation that it was time to really consider weight loss surgery. I started digging into it right away. Really didn't care much for the thought of having gastric bypass for the simple fact that I wanted a less evasive way to do this. My husband wanted me to have a less evasive way of doing this. I was introduced to the VSG, better known as vertical sleeve gastrectomy. So in June of 2017, I contacted my insurance company to see if they in fact covered weight loss surgery. And of course, as you know, they do with certain criteria. I happen to meet all that criteria, and especially my BMI. I have suffered over time with high blood pressure. I take two different thyroid medications, which I want rid of. I'm on 3 antidepressants. Just a vast, numerous things that have been. I'm always having something. So, and it's time for me to get healthy. I'm 52. I'm probably getting slow at I'm probably behind what I should be doing, but the fact is that I am going to do this. So I first seen my dietitian. I then set up appointments in Rochester, Minnesota, over at the Mayo Clinic is where I've been doing some of my things. We also have a Mayo Clinic, a branch of it here where we live, which is a couple hours west of Rochester, Minnesota. And I've been when they first set up some of the appointments over in Rochester, we're talking, I started this journey in June. I see my dietitian beginning of July. And they're like, well, we can get you in for one appointment in August. We've got 3 we can do in September. And I'm like, no, not going to fly for me. I want all of this. I want to make one trip and you squeeze me in. Or I don't care if I have to drive back every day for a week and you have 2 appointments a day. I'll do whatever it takes. And I stuck to my guns. And once they got me all the appointments I needed. So I went about that, got that all done, began doing the group therapy sessions, completed everything. Mayo Clinic in Rochester, they themselves have their own criteria to meet. My insurance company had their own thing their criteria to meet. And the Mayo Clinic here where I live, because they're associated with the one in Rochester, we were able to, instead of having 12 sessions with group therapy, I was able to do 6. Not sure how that worked for me. It is January 29th, I think. Let me see. Yep. January 29th, 2018. This has been a long journey. And for those of you that are considering doing this, if it is in your heart and you really, really want to make a difference for yourself, stick it out. Just when you get upset, just think it's meant to be is when it's meant to be. And it'll happen. My highest weight, I would say, probably 317 maybe at one point. I am right now at 304. I'm also tomorrow getting high. Not getting high. I am beginning a high pro low carb. I am bound and determined to get below, especially before surgery. I want to show them what I can do. I feel like if I challenge myself and I've got somebody watching me and I have to be accountable for what I do, then I really do well. I want to go in there getting rid of a lot of this already, which will make things easier, I feel, during recovery as well. I am on a CPAP machine. I do have to take that along with me. They are going to use it, hopefully be off of that. They told me I'll probably be off my thyroid medications. Probably one or two maybe of my antidepressants. They do want to keep me on that for a while, just for the simple fact that you kind of go through some ups and downs with mood swings and that kind of thing. I have two children. One is 34. Sorry. Yeah, it'll be 35 this September. My baby will be 33 in July. So no longer saying, well, it's just baby fat, because 33 years, I think we can give that one up now. Some things too that I've thought about in the past, and last March it was, long story short, I was adopted, found my birth sisters in March of 1997, and so it was 20 years ago last March that I met them, and I'm the fat one. Anyway, so that's always been in the back of my mind, like, wow, why can't I be like them? Why am I like this? And the only person that's did this to myself is me. So the only person that's going to fix this is me. I'm pretty headstrong. And I'm really, really wanting this to go as smooth as what I'm hoping it's going to be. Sorry about that. A little bit of Pat Benatar in there. I just also want to put it out there that after watching many, many YouTube videos, which totally has helped me so much in giving me, first off, the courage to do this, and just watching updates, watching from beginning to end. See, Jane Shrink, you were my number one on there as watching, and I was so mesmerized, and I mean, I don't mean that in a weird way, but I was just like, wow. And I think you and I messaged each other back and forth just a little bit, and I was thinking back then that I would have my surgery. We were hoping for the end of December last year, because I had more than met my deductible for the year, but it is what it is, and I will pay my deductible if I have to. So there's numerous other ones out there. Emily A.M. I know that it's been quite a while, and now I've been seeing that you had your tummy tuck surgery and watching that stuff. Ashley Lynn. Oh man, the list goes on. I should have wrote all these down, and I probably will before I make my next video. So, yeah, so as a matter of fact, last Friday I called. I've had to jump through quite a few hoops to get to where I'm at right as today. I'm dealing with insurance and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, last Friday I couldn't stand it. I'm like, I can't go through the weekend not knowing if it was approved or if it wasn't. My insurance company also contracted another company that had my RN that I had to have. And once I did the things I had to, she kept checking in with me, and she would approve, or actually she gave the recommendation to my insurance company. My insurance company then approved it as of last Friday. So I found out. So, here's me this morning right away. Can't wait till the clinic's open so I can call over there and see if they received it. And they had received it late last Friday. She's like, so, Jody, what do you say? Should we get your surgery booked? I'm like, yeah. That was just like wasn't the strangest thing, but it was like one of the best things I've ever heard. I've been waiting to hear someone say, let's book your surgery. Supposed to be hearing back from them today because I have to do like my pre-op and all these kind of things that they're going to try to tie into that because of the distance. I will be staying there. We'll be going over the day before. I have some appointments over there. Stay that night, surgery the next day. And then they do want me to stay an additional night after I get out of the hospital, stay in Rochester, just in case there's any problems or issues that come up at that time. It seems like it's so far away, but it's not. Today's the 29th, and so we're talking 45 days from today. So anyway, just a little over 6 weeks, and time is going to fly as it has already. So I'm hoping that you will follow me. If you have anything you'd like to send my way to help me, I think you can sign below. I've not used YouTube before, so this will be good. So my niece, if you're watching, Veronica, you're like the YouTube queen, okay? So if you see Aunt Jody doing something wrong, please let me know and help me to fix it, okay? I'm doing this to help others, but I'm also doing this to hold myself accountable so that down the road I can look back at myself and see how far I've come. And at this point, if you've got an idea of a better name to call myself, there's another Jody out there that I've been watching too, VSG by Jody or Jody VSG something. And so I want Jody's Journey with VSG, or if you've got a great idea, let me know. So anyway, as soon as I have more final dates, and probably this next week, I'll give you an update because I start my high pro low carb good and heavy strong tomorrow, and we'll see where we get in a week. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.